What is going on, guys? Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Kyle, and today we have another collection video for you guys. I know how much you love them, so gonna go ahead and head out, service some of my machines, collect the quarters, see how much was in them, and see my car is all packed up here with a big cooler. So let's go ahead and head out and hit that first location. And before we go ahead and do that, please make sure you hit that like button and then subscribe if you have not already, and leave a comment down below. Alright, so unfortunately we're off to a rough start today. First location I went to, the I guess you could call it the lock, was turned around, so that I have to go home and modify the key so that it will actually work on it. So unfortunately wasn't able to service that one, so I'll probably come back to that one tomorrow. And then the next location only had like 17 bucks in it for like 2 months, so that was pretty disappointing, especially considering that location used to do like 20 bucks a month, 15 bucks a month or so. So hopefully it'll pick up in the future. Time will tell. Anyway, not all bad news. We are now at my second best location overall with just gumballs. So we're gonna go ahead and head inside and see how much this one made today. All right, here we are at the pizza place. This one is, like I said, my second best location overall. There was actually too many people around the machine for me to record me actually servicing the machine itself, but I did get a little bit of footage of me dumping out the quarters, as you can see here. And there we go. Go ahead and sort through these real quick. I do have to try to get out any other coins that are not quarters to get an accurate total, but it's not always perfect because, you know, naturally I am going to miss some of them. Anyway, $91, definitely pretty nice. So moving on to the trampoline park, this location, as you all know, is just absolutely amazing. And I actually have a new machine at this location that you guys will get to see here in a little bit. But here we go, and service up these four-way machines first. Go ahead and take out the coin bank. Now, these four-way machines actually came with the route that I purchased when I purchased this older gentleman's route. This is one of the locations, and then I took it upon myself to ask them if I could add some additional equipment, and they let me. So I turned this location from about 50 to 100 bucks a month with just these two four-way machines that you see that I am stocking up right now, and then turning it into, well, you will see at the end of me servicing this location. But as you've seen in the past, that it is not uncommon for it to have $200 to $300 or so here, and even more on this location now that I have more equipment. This here is the second four-way machine. Go ahead and get that serviced up real quick. I do need to put Mike and Ike's in this location. I think I have too many multiples. And then I know I've been saying it for a while now, but I definitely need to upgrade my chocolate to 50 cents. There's just not enough margin anymore to sell chocolate for a quarter and give them an amount that is honestly something that they're going to be happy with, that they see as reasonable. I do get some complaints about peanut M&Ms because I vend about 5 of them on average, and even though that is about a half an ounce, people only see 5 peanut M&Ms and they are a little bit annoyed. Anyway, I got these four-way machines pretty much all set up. They're Venn designs, in case you're wondering. They're okay machines, but definitely not my favorite. But that's the majority of what the route came with that I purchased. They're certainly good enough earners, and there's certainly a good way to get started because that's, you know, kind of the only choice I had with purchasing the route. Anyway, moving on, this is the brand new machine I just put in here. Put a shooting hoops machine in there, and look at that, all of those quarters. It looks like over $100 in there, so very happy with the addition. And here is the previous machine that I put in. This is the vending rack, and as you can see, the gumballs still did good, even though there was the machine with gumballs right next to it that was interactive. And what I did is I actually changed it out for cotton candy flavored gumballs, so hopefully those will sell a little bit better, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then the other ones on the bottom are rings, and then bouncy balls, which I'm actually going to eventually upgrade to 50 cents as well, but as of right now they're just going to stay at 25 cents. Anyway, up top we have the one selling for 75 cents a piece, the yo-yo balls, and those did pretty well. And the sticky hands are actually just about completely sold out, so got a few more of those ordered so that I can fill it up. Anyway, here we go. This is going to be the total here for what I collected from this location overall. Mind you, this is before I paid commission, so it's definitely a little bit less than what's in there. Now, this is from the shooting hoops machine that I recently added. Like I said before, you got to kind of pick through, but it had $138 in just this shooting hoops machine. And then once I add in the vending rack with all the toys and whatnot, it brings it up to $341.25, which is the high-end average altogether. And I still have these two containers from the 4 machines that bring us up to $473.50.
Alright, so interesting trip in there for sure. Good news is, as you can see, that is actually my best collection from that location ever, so definitely very excited about that. But while I was in the process of filling up the new gumball machine, I managed to spill a half a box of gumballs all over the place, and it was kind of embarrassing, to be honest, but no biggie. It was pretty cool. All the kids actually swarmed around me and helped me pick up all the gumballs, and it was done in like 2 minutes, so I gave them all some quarters to show my appreciation. Anyway guys, on to the next location. Alright, so time for a quick lunch break. I actually got a coupon in the mail for some free sandwiches over at Chick-fil-A, so gonna go ahead and grab myself a free sandwich, refuel, and then hit the road.
Alright, and this location here is a repair shop within a car dealership. This one's kind of a average slash slower location. 51.25 for about 3 months, and then this one here is from the Hispanic barbershop, 64.25.
Alright, so just got out of the Hispanic barbershop location, and it did pretty well like it normally does. It did like 60 some bucks in the month, so definitely awesome there. But then he came up to me and was like, when are you gonna pay us? And we never discussed any kind of commission or anything. I just asked you if I can put a machine in there, and they said yes. So I said I don't pay commission on the smaller machines, but if you let me put a rack in here, because it is a decent location, like a 5 or 6 headed rack, I'll give you guys a percentage of that. So he said yes. So even though I don't like paying commission if I don't have to, in this case I think it turned out to took a location that wanted a commission that I didn't really want to give a commission to, and it made it kind of okay for both of us. So I'll give them a commission, and I'll have a lot more revenue coming in because I'll put a toy rack in there, so I'll make a lot more money from that location, hopefully.
Here we are at the next location, and this is actually my very first location ever. It is more of a to-go style pizza place, but it does fair enough. It does about 10 bucks a month, so not terrible, but certainly not that great either.
Alright, so just try to go into the next location. I went in there, and it's a pretty small store, and I went in to start servicing it, and he told me to just wait on a second. So I did, and because he wanted to talk to me, but he wanted to take care of his customer first. Completely understandable. I would do the same myself. But anyway, he said that he's going to be getting a cooler, and he wants to put it in that spot for like drinks and stuff. And honestly, I can't really blame him because it is a pretty small place, and
you know, I can't really argue with me making money in his store versus him making more money off of drinks. So I told him I didn't have any room in my car at this moment, but I'd be by shortly to pick it up in the next within the next month. So not too worried about it. It's a slower location, so really not that big of a deal. But on the bright side, he also did say that he might be moving stores soon and that he would let me put a machine in one of his in his other store that has more room, if that does end up working out. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so I ended up deciding to call it a day, just a few locations earlier than I was originally planning to, and that's because I have to go to another location tomorrow anyway. So I figured I'd go ahead and make another video tomorrow as well as a collection today. That way, you know, it got a little bit extra content for the channel since, you know, I have to go out and work on a few things on the route anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and count up what we made for the day altogether. Anyway guys, that is going to just about wrap up this video. You can see I collected $643. It was actually $673. There was another bag of $30 worth of quarters that I hadn't quite put in with the rest of them when I weighed it out. So $673 for only 4 hours of work. Definitely not bad. Probably used maybe probably about say $200 worth of product. So very happy, about $430 net. Anyway guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and then throw me a like. Really does help me out a lot, and I will catch you all in the next one.